I'm Paul Ferber. I'm an assistant professor at the Jefferson College Law Enforcement Academy. Well, I spent 33 years as a police officer in the St. Louis area. My academic background is I have an undergraduate degree in criminal justice from Truman University. At the time it was Northeast Missouri State University, now it's Truman University. And then my graduate work, I have a degree in management and human resource development from Webster University, and that's a graduate program there. You know, I chose to teach at Jefferson College because I began my career at a community college. Came out of high school, I come from a background where my parents did not go to college. And so community college was a perfect fit for me. Spent 2 years there, got a great degree, moved on to undergraduate and then graduate work. But I believed in what they're doing at the community college level and the people they're working with. It's where I started. And so it was a natural fit for me. You know, law enforcement is a dynamic profession. It is a fluid profession. It is changing. It is diverse. You're going to see and do new things most days that you go to work. I found it to be a very interesting profession, a very exciting profession, and that's why I wanted to guide people into it, to help them get their education, prepare for their opportunity to get into the variety of fields that law enforcement covers. You know, I've worked a variety of cases. I remember, you know, my first homicide case was a small baby whose mother boiled the baby, and that was very difficult. But I mean, you work a variety of intense cases like that. But I would say my most fond memories would be when you're involved with people, when you're able to relate, when you're able to help them. You know, I taught for the police department for about 12 years in grade school and middle school environment in a program called the DARE program. It was helpful in bringing the program to the state of Missouri, and then got to do that for a number of years. I've trained at the St. Louis County Police Academy, and now I get to train here at this law enforcement academy. And that's what I really enjoy, preparing people for the job. It's very, very interesting when you get out there and you make that connection and you're able to help someone with an issue, with a problem. That's very, very satisfying. Now, there's a lot of diverse problems that we come to. You know, you're going to see some very violent crimes, some very sad crime. You have to keep your perspective and work to be careful so that you don't become cynical. But it's a great profession. And if you do that and you see the good and you continue to work toward that, I think you can find it very satisfying. I think it has to be communication. Your ability to communicate with you, mostly verbal, but in writing as well. Because through that communication, you create a bond, a rapport with a person. You get to know them, they get to know you. You get to see their hopes, their dreams, their desires, and you get to guide them, to help them to see the reality of it. You know, I think it's all about the quality of the program, the education that we're presenting to the student, the preparation, and done so with a high degree and a focus always on quality, doing the absolute best we can, staying as current as we can on the issues and on ways to present programs and what's changing out there. I've been here 8 months, enjoyed every minute of it.